I live in the middle of nowhere, high desert Arizona, and today I'm playing in the dirt. I told myself after digging the geothermal that when I put the swale in on the homestead here, I swore I wouldn't do it with a shovel like I did the geothermal. The heavy monsoon we had, apparently the worst in 10 years, there was water that kind of stood right around here. And that's about it for the most part on the homestead and out here onto the road a bit. So to prevent that, I had kind of dug a small swale here and a pool, and it did. The water drained off of the road, off of the driveway into this pond kind of. So now to really fix the problem, I'm digging a larger pond, and all that dirt from the pond is going to go to level this out. It slopes this way now. I need to make it slope like this, and I need to make it slope out. And so any water that collects on that would have puddled will now just flow into this. And any water that overflows, if that tank gets full, that'll just flow right into here. I've got a cattle guard over it so that I can drive over it. And it'll flow down. And I've had a little water sit there before, so I dug this one. So the road will go like this. Water will drain into there. It'll come over. Once this fills up, the water can start on down this way, and I'll slope it down toward the corner. One day I plan to build a house here, I would imagine, and I've always planned to put it right here in front of the tree. So the swale will run down along the side of the house. The swale will continue down, and then this is the steepest part of the property that I have fenced in. And so I'm gonna dig kind of a natural looking pond right here, so that water can accumulate there instead of flooding my property. All that dirt that I'm going to move from where that pond will be, I'll only dig it like, a shovel's spade deep for now. And I'll bring all that over here and backfill into the area that did hold some water and level it out. So that's what I'm working on. Hey, Maggie. You getting any closer? Oh yeah, it's sunk in a lot on the side there now. Huh, you're getting closer. The wind was pretty relentless the last couple days. That might be on its last stretch there, but it's not too difficult to get another cover for the hoop house. Pigs are cozy. I'll throw them some hay here. Malleus, he's been tearing stuff up over here. I'm gonna have to build them a different styled trough, something that's mounted to the fencing or the cage. We might have some kids here pretty soon. This is what the gym looks like after a heavy snowstorm. Not too bad, huh? A little bit of snow in here, considering it's outside. You can see there's about 4 inches of snow on the roof for her shelter there, and we had the same amount on that roof and the roof out here above me. So that's going to be a lot of rainwater that I can collect in my containers. Usually they only need about a half a flake each, but since it's kind of cold and whatnot, I'll give them a full flake. Get one for the pigs too. I should have probably thrown my boots on. I never expected this hoop house to last 2 years. I might be able to just sew this edge together, but in the worst case, I'll just wrap it with some, I probably have enough plastic to wrap it myself, or I could order another hoop house and use the cover from it. As that snow melts, it'll fall into the gutter and come down and be collected in the container over here, which I just happened to completely empty the other day. You can see where the small swale is that I've been digging, and I was thinking, man, how am I going to get enough water so I can go down the swale and tamp it down to hold water? And well, all this snow is going to be pretty helpful. I need to dig out this little pond here. It needs to go down another foot or two, and then it needs to be tamped well, and that way when water runs in, it fills up, holds the water, and then any additional water can run down the swale down the side here. So I need to tamp down all the swale that runs all the way along the side there, so the water will run really well over here to what will be another pond. I've only dug the perimeter though of the pond, so the whole center needs to be dug out, unfortunately. It would have been nice if I had it done, because I could have used the snow to tamp it down. The hens have been laying eggs lately, so we'll take a peek if they still got the job done. Sometimes they don't have them until a little later. Oh, look at that. 4 eggs, so they're still working pretty hard even though it's snowing. Better clean these off so we can get a little sun going. Now that the sun has come out, you can hear the snow melting and then coming down the gutter and dripping into the container. I have kind of a Berkey styled water filter over here, and when I came out this morning it had been knocked over, so it was kind of busted up, and the inside, you know, the gravel and charcoal were all spilled out. So I just added the old pea gravel and charcoal into the swale here when I did the tamping and tamped it down, which will help fill in, you know, allowing water to stay instead of being absorbed. And well, activated charcoal filters water, so that's cool. But I've got to hurry in. I've got to clean this up because it got mud in it when it broke. The spout went down. So this is the top bucket. I'm going to clean it out. You see there's a kind of a filter in the bottom. I'll fill it up with pea gravel so nothing will get through there other than water. And once this is clean, I can put the top back on that after I clean it out. This will sit on top, and inside at the bottom I'll have pea gravel and then charcoal, activated charcoal, and then I'll do more pea gravel, and I'll have to clean some more sand to throw in there, and I can put in a layer of sand and more pea gravel. But for today, I think as long as I've got some pea gravel and activated charcoal in there and it's all cleaned up, I can filter myself some water. I've added enough pea gravel to cover the filter at the bottom, and as you can see, it's a little dirty here. That's how pea gravel comes. So I've rinsed it a bit, and then I'm going to put charcoal on the top here and more pea gravel, and we're going to have to run water through it until it puts out clean water. Okay, I've topped it off with about 3 pounds of activated charcoal pellets, and I'm rinsing water through it. You can probably see some of the charcoal, and I just want to filter all that out so I don't get it in my drinking water. The water is draining into the swale here, and it's built up over this first little hump here. It's starting to run in, and it's going to go under and across to what will be the first pond. Alright, I've got this rinsed fairly well, and since I don't have any sand yet, I'm just going to put this filter on top. I've got my bottom bucket cleaned out, so I can put this on top and then place this with its spout at the bottom through this one. Because this tank faces south, the sun gets through the bottom of it a little bit and causes algae, so I'm cleaning it out right now with the rainwater. I can still see a little bit of charcoal in here, but it's getting to be pretty clean now. I've done about 7 gallons through it, and I got 3 more gallons here. Should do the job. So I've got the water coming out of this pretty clear, and I've still got 1.5 gallons left of drinking water. So I'll just let this sit for the night. There's just a little bit of charcoal you can see in there. It'll settle, and then when I use it for drinking water, the water will come out clean, and that'll happen, you know, for a couple more fills, and then it'll be gone forever, you know. And I did the math on it a while ago. It's basically like having 6 or 8 of the actual Brita filters, and so if you calculate how much water you're drinking in a year, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that I decided that it could easily handle 2 years worth of water for me. And I'll just change it out annually. So it's not a big deal to, you know, put $30 in charcoal in there and pea gravel once a year, and then that way you know for a fact you're not going to get sick from your water. You shouldn't anyway, but if something gets into your gutter and dies or something, then, you know, it's nice to have filtration to prevent any problems. So it looks like a bit of a mess right now, but the swales will turn out nicely, I'm sure, and I'll get this all leveled out under here with the rest of that dirt I'll use as backfill. And that's what we've been up to as far as the swales go. If you guys enjoy the content, hopefully you'll hit subscribe, leave a comment below, watch that video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.